okay, don't worry. Hi, we're live now at Milton Grange Dementia Respite Care Home in Eastbourne. And really, hold on a second, let me just show that we're live. Now is we're talking to some residents and people who've actually had something to do with Milton Court. It's needed by so many, and so everyone is really rallying around in the town, along with Stephen Lloyd MP for Eastbourne. And so, and what's your name?
My name's Diane.
Diane, nice to meet you. On a busy day like today, you've got some real experiences of what's happening here and how Milton Grange really helps people.
Well, I can look at it from both sides. Many years ago, my mother-in-law was diagnosed with dementia. Okay, I was her full-time carer, but it was such a blessing when she came here during the week for a couple of days. It gave me a chance to recharge my battery, and she had the most wonderful time here. But then she had to go into a home. I saw the work that they did, and so I applied for a job. And I had the pleasure of working here for 14 years. And the work that they do and the pleasure and the comfort, it hits the families, but they just do wonderful, the staff here, and it's needed.
And what sort of work do they do here?
They look through dementia and they see the people. And they see their needs and they keep them their dignity. It's just, I can't explain it. You have to be there to see the work that's done. And then you see the family that are so grateful. You know, they do need this time, even if it's a week respite, that they can go on holiday and forget about all their responsibilities for their parents, or if it's just like I had, 7 hours in the day, I could meet my friends and know I hadn't got to worry about my mother-in-law not eating or having company.
And I think that's the point, isn't it? With respite care, people don't actually realise that carers that look after family members just don't have any time to themselves because they're on duty 24/7.
That is so true. You know, it never stops, does it? Even when you put them to bed, they'll be restless for some people and be up at night. Yes, carers need this. They need how the team in here respond to them, the carers, as well as their family members.
So the plans are for East Sussex County Council to close this facility along with one other, and obviously to save cash in days like today. And here we go. Look, this shows you how live we are. Let's just move over here. Sorry, I should be back with you. Or come with me. Come with me. Move backwards. Hang on a sec. And so we'll continue talking in a second. As we're unceremoniously moved out of the way. It's a busy time here, and we can see that a lot has been organised by the local MP, Stephen Lloyd MP, who we expect to turn up in the next 10 to 15 minutes to make a statement and really kind of pull everybody together and try and sort of get them to, you know, really support this cause. And we're now just trying to make sure that that health and safety is covered. There's quite a few people here now. Open for care, not for business, says one of the placards. And of course the issue with that being funding by East Sussex County Council. Keep Milton Grange open is another placard. Don't close Milton Grange and Furwood House. There are two houses. There are two respite homes that are being affected at the moment. And obviously the more names that are gathered in the petition, the better. And so let's try and get everything done. And support the cause for Eastbourne respite homes. And then they get support from the local residents or people who, of course, don't like the traffic holding them up, of course. There are placards here saying Councillor Elkin, stand up for Eastbourne, who's the local councillor.
Yeah, we've got BBC Yep. So okay. Okay, mate, that's cool. All right, I'll let them know. Thanks. So Meridian can't get a camera here, so they mainly use the that's all right. As soon as you've got the details, I'll organise it. After we finish the BBC, then we'll I already know how.
Let's go and you can go and talk to some people. Yeah.
Right, guys, let's hear you say save Milton Grange!
Save Milton Grange! Save Milton Grange!
Save Milton Grange! Save Milton Grange! Save Milton Grange! Save Milton Grange!
Okay, so. And as you can see, other media have joined and are busy getting some atmosphere of people who obviously care dearly about this. And we're just waiting for Stephen Lloyd MP to turn up. He's been delayed slightly. He should be with us any minute. Let's have a quick look at some of the rooms. If we walk around the side, see, we need her. Need, not want. Exactly right. So let's just get this over here. Hopefully we won't miss Stephen's arrival, which would be about right. But as you can see, the facility sort of extends all the way back here. And here he is. And we're just in time. Hello there, Mr. Lloyd. Yes, he has.
Good, good.
And we're live now, so don't worry, go for
No,
it.
that's good.
Okay. We're going to stand on here.
My own little sketch. By-election, yeah. What an absolutely fantastic turnout. I am so chuffed, I really am. The reason it's so important to get so many people here, as we know, is to keep the pressure up, but it also means it's so important because that means the media then gets behind it, and that's the kind of pressure that we'll keep up to ensure the county council do a U-turn and frankly just change their mind. So, a couple of questions. First off, has everyone been signing the follow-on sheets?
Yeah.
Good, thank you very much. I'm sorry I'm late. I had another event and I sort of promised that I would be there. So they've done that. We've got BBC South East here. And I've said to them, if they haven't already done it, I want them to interview some of you good folk who have some experience with Milton Grange and Furwood House, because the more real life stories that we get, the more that we will have an impact on the public out there that will keep them supporting what we do. So if you haven't been interviewed, I know they're going to be doing it, so thank you for that. You've done the sign-off sheets, that's really important. For the rest, we've got about another 6 weeks to keep building momentum, to keep getting all our friends to sign the petitions online if they haven't already done so. We're up to about 9,500, I think, so another 6 weeks of that. Another 6 weeks also, to be blunt, to put pressure on the two Conservative county councillors who live in Eastbourne. That's Councillor Belsey and Councillor Elkin. The reason being, it's not me just being mean. What it is I know that if we lobby and campaign against the leader of the county council who lives in Rye about these fantastic services in Eastbourne, you know what? He's not going to care less. But the more we politely, because we're Eastbourne, remember, the more we politely say to David Elkin, who is the sort of equivalent to the Chancellor in the County Council, and Colin Belsey, who's a very, very senior Conservative County Council, the more we remind them, this is your responsibility. You represent our town on the County Council. Don't close Milton Grange and Furwood House. I believe we will have more chance for them to do a U-turn on that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. Thirdly, just in case, because remember all you chess players here, you never win a game of chess on the first move. It's about planning the 7th or 8th. So just in case, I've also got a meeting fixed with the Health Minister, hopefully in a couple of weeks. They've agreed to it. We're just fixing the meeting, and I'm bringing along David Elkin and the County Council leadership to that meeting to also explore, if necessary, separate funding. The most important thing, and I know you know this because you're here on, thank God it's not freezing weather, you're here on still a pretty cold day, because a lot of you will have friends, relatives, husbands, wives who have either been in Milton Grange or Furwood House. You know, we know how good these homes are. My partner's a community matron. I know from her literally hundreds of people over the years who have been either here or Furwood House. Eastbourne will not let these two homes close. Is that correct?
Yes.
End of.
We don't
So,
want it to be privatised either.
we don't want to be, thank you very much, Carolyn. We don't want to be privatised either. Main thing. So, thank you so much for coming. We've got the, as I say, TVs here. Do, if you haven't already done it, or I don't want to overload them, they will, where's BBC South East? BBC South East? Peter, have you spoken to people who will be doing it? Good. So we've already got some vox pops, which is important. So what I'm going to do, in a mo, we're actually going on to Furwood House. But I appreciate, you know, everyone doesn't have to come. But if you do want to come and you do have transport, go to Furwood House with us, simply because I've got the picture again. And then what I'm going to do after this, I'm going to get off my very impressive stool, stand smack in the middle there, because I'm your bloody MP. TV's going to stand over there and take a picture of all of us, and we are going to chant briefly, politely, "Don't close Milton Grange." Is that all right?
Yes.
Good.
Come here,
Okay,
Stephen,
Paddy,
there's a
can I
gap.
get you there?
There's a gap here, Stephen.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Wish I had one of those.
Can I do that one? Do the pick, and then we'll come over and I'll do it. Doesn't run over, there'll be a fine action. No, we can't afford it. Right. Okay. Okay, get the visual. So, Peter, you're fine. Okay, so on the count of 3, no to closing. What's the phrase? What do we say? Save Milton Grange. 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 Save Milton Grange.
Brilliant. We'll come back to you. Sorry, and what was your name again?
Diane.
Diane. Okay, you ready?
What do you want me to do again?
Well, no, not again. We're okay on the audio. Brilliant. No. So, what do you think of that then? That's quite exciting, wasn't it?
I think it was wonderful. It just shows you by the support that's come here today how people feel and know the need. And well done, I think. Good for Eastbourne.
I think so too. I think it's great to see such a turnout here. I mean, to see that all of these people are impacted and want to help and actually want to get everything working properly. It's fantastic, isn't it?
It is wonderful. Yes, I'm really happy. I'm glad I came.
Yeah, and so are we as well. Let's go and try and see if we can sort something. Thanks very much, Dad. Brilliant. Well done. Well done. Let's follow things around. Let's see who we can talk to next. Who can we have a chat with? Let's have a talk here. Sorry, excuse me. I see you've got a placard here. Would you like to say a few words? We're live on YouTube at the moment, so we do have people watching. But why are you here? Why is this place so important for you?
Very important, because I think, along with almost everybody else here, we've known people who've been in Milton Grange, and the services have been so excellent and so desperately needed. So for assessment or for respite care, really, really important for the community. So we were shocked, really shocked, to think that it might close.
Well, absolutely, and we've been learning how important respite care is. Carers don't get an opportunity to be able to rest, do they? Do you have any sort of personal views of that? I mean, are you a carer right now?
I'm not actually, but friends of mine most certainly are.
You're a carer. Oh, excellent. Okay. Would you like to say a few words? No. Excellent. Well, thanks for that then.
Too worn out, too busy doing the caring.
Well, that's true, isn't it?
Setting it up at home, and takes an awful lot of
We're doing the job without much government help.
Absolutely. I think that's a whole big issue, isn't it?
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, on the BBC yesterday, the Health Service Committee was actually saying that integrated care was the way forward. You've probably got that on tape so you could show that. But now they're actually breaking it apart. And it doesn't really make a lot of sense, because this will cause bed blocking at the District General Hospital, and it puts a real strain on carers that you can't get out to do your shopping unless you have the respite that's provided here, which is very nice, and everything works well. I can't understand why you would want to stop it. It's purpose-built building.
They just want to displace the money elsewhere.
Yeah, and also I would imagine that they won't disclose this, but they probably want to sell the site.
Well, yes, I mean, there's all sorts of commercial reasons, I guess, for these sorts of things. But this is the point, isn't it? Most people don't really understand about respite care, and they don't know that working 24/7 to look after a relative or a friend who has suffered something like this, being able to have somebody resting somewhere else and giving you the break is so important, isn't it?
Well, that's exactly right. You should try it and see how difficult it is. And the thing that's slightly strange is, have you come across any members of the CCG, the NHS side of it here? Because they should be here to be interviewed, I would have thought. Can you ask around and see if they've put in an appearance?
Good point. We should do that. We should do that and see what we can find.
So I think I've probably said enough. I've been rather boring, I'm afraid.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's fantastic. And who's going to look after you? Now, that's a good point, isn't it? So, are you okay to say a few words? Brilliant. Hello. How are you? Well, it's good to see you here as well, supporting everything. So, are you...
yeah, this is my mum, this is Herta. Okay, and this is Joe.
Hello, Joe. How are you?
Good.
Yes. Hello there. Hi. So, are you carers for your mother?
Yeah. Herta goes to Milton Grange. She's been coming here for 14 years, and it's an absolute lifeline. It's a godsend for Eastbourne. It is the best facility ever. And Herta loves it, don't you, Herta?
What a wonderful service they provide.
Well, how do they help you specifically in terms of giving you respite care?
Well, she gets daycare, so she gets a warm meal, which she couldn't cook. There's lots of activities. She's really well looked after.
Do you enjoy yourself there?
Yes, it's nice here.
It's nice, isn't it? I can imagine. Fantastic. Well, brilliant. Okay. Well, is there what's your message to the county council then? Obviously, don't close it. But sorry. But is there anything specific about this particular establishment over others?
This is very special. Very special.
Okay. How so?
Well, she's been here 14 years, and we're so happy with how she's been looked after. There's not a bad word I could say.
They care about her, they care about us, they care about elderly people. Lots of people turn their back on people with dementia or mental health. Milton Grange does not do that. And for this place to be closed is just absolutely, it's unforgivable how anybody could ever do that to such a fantastic facility. It should be expanded, it really shouldn't be closed, ever. The £1.2 million needs to be saved from other areas, increase council tax, do whatever you can, we'll pay more. You know, you cannot close this fantastic facility. Look at all these people here today. You know, we're all getting older. We need places like this to help us and to look after my mum. What will happen to my mum?
Yeah, well, that's true, isn't it?
Who's going to look after her?
No, that's very true. Well, fingers crossed. Thanks very much for that. Thank you. And I heard you mentioning things behind, saying how bad it is that you feel that this place may be closed.
Absolutely.
It's terrible.
They do so much here and at Furwood House.
Yes.
Our daughter works at Furwood House with like rehabilitation, speech and language therapy. You know, they do all sorts there and here.
Oh right, I didn't realise that therapy was offered as well.
They
So
do
it's interesting.
occupational therapy. You know, people need it. Why take it away? They're taking away an essential service. You can't keep doing that.
No, that's true.
They're taking everything to do with Alzheimer's dementia away from us here in Eastbourne.
Right. And it's important, obviously, to keep it somewhere like Eastbourne, isn't it? Yes,
We need
absolutely. Okay. Your views on that?
I likewise for my wife.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Because he has dementia as well.
Oh, right. So do you use the facilities
Don't
here?
use this one, but our daughter comes round and helps him sometimes, and which helps me as well.
Right.
We need these services.
Yes.
Very much so.
Exactly. Okay, well, thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you. Let's go and walk around this way. Oh, yes, hello.
Well, I just think that in this time of crisis in the care industries, that more needs to be invested in the free resource, which are carers, to support them to provide care. There aren't enough care home places, there aren't enough commercial home care providers, and what's going to happen if these people cannot be cared for in respite, which is essentially what this is, then the people, their family members, get too much under pressure and they can't continue caring anymore. So then the person has to go into a home.
No, exactly, and it's worth making the point, isn't it?
It absolutely is. It's about hard-nosed money at the end of it. Carers are essentially a free resource, so why not support that free resource and get more care for free?
Absolutely. Okay, thank you very much for that. No, you're right. And so let's continue looking around. Let's go and have a quick chat with Stephen Lloyd and see what he has to say for us.
Thank you so much.
Starting early.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for your time.
Hello, Mr. Lloyd.
Hello, Chris.
Hi. Can we get a few words from you, really?
Absolutely.
It's a good turnout today, wasn't it?
Fantastic. I mean, I wouldn't be human if I didn't say I'd be a wee bit nervous after all the snow, how many would turn out. But I mean, it demonstrates it had, I think, probably a couple hundred people. And there will be even more if I'd given more notice. And what it shows is the absolute determination of Eastbourne that we will not accept the closure of Milton Grange here or Furwood House in Hampden Park, because they provide such an important function, not just for Eastbourne but the broader area. But I'm really pleased with the turnout, really good.
Yes, we've been speaking to quite a few people here, and they've really said how important it is that respite care is continued to be offered, because again, I think the public don't understand exactly that carers look after people, say with dementia for instance in this case, and need to be able to take time out for themselves.
I mean, you just saw the family that I just took a photograph of. They came and said hello. The daughter said that her mum had been coming to Milton Grange, I think she said 7 years, something like that, for a couple of days a week, and without it she would need to go into a home. So it's a way of retaining independent living. It's a way of giving a break for the husbands or wives whose partners have dementia. And then as well as that, if you look at Furwood House, which is one in Hampden Park, without Furwood House, we will get back to the chronic bed blocking that we've had in DGH in the past, and that means even more people stuck in hospital and even more people not being able to get in. So we think it's a false economy. We've been very clear that the county council need to listen to the public in Eastbourne and not close the homes. We've been very clear that it's a Conservative council, it's a Conservative government, so it's your problem to fix it. You know, what I'm saying and what the people in Eastbourne are saying is that we're just simply not going to accept the proposals that both these homes are going to close. Included with that, in the next few weeks, I've got a meeting with the Health Minister that I've already had that commitment. So I'm also exploring other areas of possible funding, but the bottom line is these homes stay open because they provide such an important service for our town.
Absolutely. And I was also told of the therapy that's offered at Furwood House, and I think that's another important thing that people need to understand is something that's so crucial to people that suffer dementia.
These are really significant services, both the dementia, the therapy and the rehabilitation. And it doesn't just serve Eastbourne. I mean, I've been contacted by people from Hailsham, from Polegate, from Seaford, from Bexhill. These are the two main homes for the whole area.
Oh, right.
And the two main service providers, I should really say service providers, because they're not care homes, they are specialist services staffed by highly skilled nurses, OTs, therapists that provide a vital service for the whole area. I'm not accepting the closure, the town's not accepting the closure. Now I need the county council to go back, take it away, find the money, keep them open, and if they don't, then we're just never going to give up on it.
Yeah, sure. Okay, and just again, what's your final word to the county council?
What we are saying to East Sussex County Council is you've got to listen to what the residents say here, and frankly what a lot of clinicians will be saying to them as well. Both these homes are far too valuable for the community to close them, and we're saying to them, it's a Conservative County Council, you go to the Conservative government, I don't care how you do it, you find the money, it's your problem, we're not letting these homes close. Brilliant,
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ian. Right.
There you are.
In Eastbourne, and we do lots of servicing in the Dunton.
Okay, how's our audio? Okay, yes. Hello there, hello. So, you've set up a charity to do with dementia.
Yes, we have, yes.
Okay. Tell us about it.
It's called Memory Lane Eastbourne, and basically we try and help and support people with dementia and their carers so that they have somewhere to come and, you know, basically live life and have a more fulfilling life and enjoy community as well. So, yeah.
Activities as well,
yes,
to get them involved, so everyone likes to get involved and like make things like Christmas fair as well. Yeah.
And we also like doing, we do dancing, a singing group, we take them to the cinema as well. We also like going, we've also got a swimming one set up, which is quite a new thing, which is quite brave really.
That is brave, isn't it?
But it's all good fun. It's basically about having fun, putting smiles on people's faces.
Oh, fantastic. And you're based out of Milton Grange?
In Eastbourne.
Oh,
no, we're based in Eastbourne, but the reason we've come here to support Milton Grange today is because a lot of our members actually have either used the facility itself or are still using the facility, and we are definitely going to need it in the future, so there's no way it should be closed.
Right, so well there we go then. So Memory Lane Eastbourne, important to support you. And I didn't get your name. What's your name?
Eve.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you want to say hello to everybody on YouTube?
Hello.
Fantastic. Okay.
Thank you very much.
No, that's all right. No problem at all. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think that now everyone really understands exactly what happens at Milton Grange and how it affects people. It's been a great turnout today. Remember to follow us on yourcouncillor.online for more information about Eastbourne or Bexhill or any other local council. And there we are. I think we may as well leave it there. Thanks for joining us.